Good morning, backyarders. This is something different. This is actually the voice of Sarah. I am Jeff's wife. I'm going to be helping you build this tomato basil lamb pizza burger, kind of an elevated style of a school lunch classic. So the ingredients that we'll be using today are 1 pound of ground lamb. It's a tomato basil spiced ground lamb from Goette Farms. We're going to be using 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. This is a large brick. You can also buy them also in tubs. If we don't use the rest of the cream cheese, we can do smoked cream cheese. We can use that for other recipes. 1/4 cup of panko breadcrumbs. I like to use panko breadcrumbs because they're a Japanese style of breadcrumb that is super crispy. They're specially dried to make them super crispy. This will be our binder for our burger. For spices, we're also going to be using a 1/4 teaspoon of oregano from our very favorite urban spice provider, which is Penzeys out of Wisconsin. They have a few stores in Minnesota. We're going to be using half a small red onion. It's sliced right now, but Jeff is going to dice it. 1 large clove of garlic. We're going to mince that. And of course, salt and pepper to taste.
All right, now what we're going to do is take this 1 pound of lamb. I'm going to break it up. I've got a few of the ingredients here. The panko we talked about before, the 2 teaspoons of oregano, 2 tablespoons of the cream cheese, the onion, and the garlic. So I'm going to take the onion and I'm going to just use my hands and scrape it in here. It's like that. And then the garlic clove, I'm going to put that in a garlic press. It's like that, kind of. And then we're going to squeeze that on there. Get that in there. And then we'll just basically throw our panko in there. And the 2 teaspoons of, I'll have to wipe this jar off. I probably shouldn't be touching it after touching meat.
I think it's a 1/4 teaspoon of oregano.
Okay, so there we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
And this in there, and basically that's it. I'm going to just use my hands now to mix everything up. Once we're done with that, I'm going to patty them, but then after that, we'll go on the grill. Alrighty guys, so I patted these up. This is 1 pound of meat, as you've seen before. In the first clip of the video, you heard our cat, one of our Purrfect Que BBQ Team members, Franklin. I guess it's Franklin. He thinks there's a mouse in there, and maybe someday another video we can talk about that. But 3 patties. I like them a little bit bigger because they do shrink a little bit. I am going to salt and pepper these to taste. This is the pepper. A cool thing from, was it Aldi? Yeah. And again, kind of to taste, just enough on there. When I flip them on the grill, I'll probably do that again for all 3 of these. Here's your salt. Boy, that looks good. And then one more thing I'm going to do before I start the grill. I'm using the pellet grill today. Is I'm going to put just a little indentation here on each of them. And you'll see later why I'm doing that. But all 3 of these are going to have that. And in the next section, we're going to start the pit boss. Alrighty guys, I got the pit boss out today. It's on this side of the house because it's out of the wind. Do have my flag up. Happy Veterans Day, and thank everybody for their service. We got the pit boss going. It's got competition blend pellets in. I'm using those up. With pit boss, there's a little, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little door in there that once it gets up to temp, I can open it up and I can actually flame broil these lamb burgers as well. So we're gonna let this heat up, and then the next clip, we're gonna put them on the grill. Alrighty guys, I'm just showing you here what I did with the rest of the cream cheese. I just put my favorite seasoning rub on there that wife and I made in our barbecue competitions. And the reasoning, I didn't say it earlier, for the indentations in there is so the hamburger, when you cook a hamburger, it'll ball up. It'll tend to do that and shrink. If you put that thumbprint in there in each one of them, a nice deep thumbprint, you're not going to have that happen, and it'll cook more evenly, and you'll see that during the cook. So I got the grill temperature up. I'm at 400 degrees. I'm going to put the burgers on now. I have the cream cheese block, the leftover from the earlier in our video. Put it on a pan like that because I don't want that to melt into the grill because of this high heat and temperature. So I got the 3 lamb burgers right here. I'm just going to take and set them right on the grill. Probably hear them sizzling. We're going to run them for about 10 to 15 minutes. We want to get a temperature in maybe like the 130s. Then we're going to flip it over. And then when we get close to 160, which is the internal temp you want for lamb burger, we're going to open up the center on this pit boss and we're going to flame broil these bits. Alright guys, it's been just a few minutes. I went ahead and flipped these. Nice grill marks on them. Got my cream cheese going. We're going to cook these for another 5 to 10 minutes until they get to 160 degrees. So the burgers are done. They took a total time of 14 minutes at 400 degrees. They all temped out in that 160 range, so that means for lamb they are acceptable and cooked, and never eaten lamb burger before, so we're going to try it. What I'm going to do is I did toast the bun a little bit on the grill. I'm going to take and we're just going to build one. I'm going to take a patty, set it on there. Got to get a spoon. Put some of the marinara sauce on there. And then some mozzarella. You can melt this under a broiler, or if you wanted to put this on the grill before making the burger, you can do that. Mushrooms, different things can go on here, maybe peppers. But let's take a bite and see what we got here. You can taste the tomato and basil, as well as all the other ingredients that we put in there. Very, very good. It's the first time I've had ground lamb with the tomato basil mix in it. Amazing. Goette Farms is doing a great job with these products. And I'm going to finish this burger. So until then, cheers, backyarders.